something. I have a little something. Maybe this will be up and down as opposed to left and right. We'll see.
All right.
Hey, I'm Obi. That said, we are your favorite podcast about nothing. Drinking from the garden hose. Find us wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube also at Me, My Scotch, and I. So you can see video. Ed, how are you?
Obi, I'm doing well, and I'm always amazed. Every time we start this podcast, you have technical difficulties. And it never ceases to amaze me that you can't get your act together.
You know, that it was true. The last 3 or 4 times it has been rough for me, but Ed, there was a time in the beginning or even the middle where you were the one who could not get started. So I don't feel bad that I'm having some issues lately, but it is what it is.
You should feel bad though, because we've been doing this for 5 years now. So you're talking about stuff that happened 3 years ago, 2 years, 4 years ago. Who cares?
I'm
talking about stuff that happened 2 minutes ago.
I'm gonna start marking it on my calendar next time it happens, too, just so we can keep it in chair and let people know. I'll share it with them. Hey, Ed's having trouble again. Ed's on the hot streak again.
Well, I think that would be fair enough if that were to happen. But Obi, lately, like we get on here and you're looking at me and you have no idea what's going on.
I mean, it's not completely false. I mean, there is some truth to that for sure. And okay, but listen,
I have a theory.
You have a theory. Yes.
Yeah, I have a theory. You actually have a job now that you care about. So you actually spend time working as opposed to screwing around with your computer all the time. And so then when you come back to do your podcast, you haven't been screwing around with your computer and it's all screwed up.
That may be it. Having a job is maybe a changed man.
I think so.
Good. I like being a changed man. That's important.
So Obi, we got some feedback on the last episode around the mustache.
Oh,
I noticed you're still rocking your mustache.
The
feedback didn't impact you at all.
Not to my knowledge. I mean, what was the feedback? I totally said feedback.
Well, the feedback is that Ed is right and the mustaches are goofy, and you shouldn't have a mustache unless you have a full beard.
Oh, okay.
Well, I might have made that part up, but the fact is, people agree with me. Mustaches are goofy. And people also agree that the short shorts for guys is also not a good look.
Well, I mean, you looked amazing in the image that we had built around them. Anyone who says differently just doesn't care for your looks, Ed.
That was an AI generated picture, Obi. So Obi,
it was.
We're getting into August now, and it's that time of summer where it's not raining as much. Hotter out, and my lawn is starting to brown over, and I'm old, and this stuff really bothers me. So Obi, do you get all fired up over your lawn going brown as well, or do you not care? Is your lawn full of weeds? Like what is going on with your lawn?
What is going on with my lawn, Ed? I think it's great that you brought that up because I don't give a crap about my lawn. I am totally not the old guy who cares about his lawn. I do have a service, so they come out and they cut the weeds down to size. But overall, I don't care. Now, I have the cheapest service on my block, and you can tell when you look at my lawn, not only is it not well maintained in terms of being grassy, also the guys who cut the lawn do a bad job. And so in the back of my yard, there's like a line of trees, like maybe 5 feet deep, half on my yard, half on my neighbor's yard. And so the trees can get in the way when you mow. Back when I mowed, you had to kind of, push through those tree barriers, maybe trim some branches. These professionals do not care. They don't give a shit. And so they're making the tree line grow. So even though I don't care about the lawn so much, I did have to go get the weed whacker and the trimmer so that I could push it back and keep a couple of feet in my backyard available for me to use.
All right. So what you're saying is your service is just to mow it. You don't fertilize the lawn. You don't have weed killer out there. Like your lawn's full of weeds, including crabgrass.
Absolutely. That is my lawn. Now, the neighbor on one side has a gorgeous lawn, and there is enough space between the two lawns. There's a demilitarized zone where my bad lawn maintenance doesn't affect her property. And then my neighbor on the other side, they have so like I have trees, they have so many trees. I don't even think they have a lawn. Like so it goes from a perfectly manicured lawn into like a sort of totally horrible area, then improves through my lawn and then goes downhill towards on my other neighbor's side.
Okay. So I have spent a lot of time and I spent a lot of money on my lawn. I pay a company that comes like 6 times a year. They fertilize it. They do the grub treatment. I get it aerated. I get it overseeded. I'm spending hundreds of dollars a there. Obviously, it gets mowed. I got my neighbors talking about me like, "Yo, you're always out looking at your lawn." Like I got a reputation. Like this woman next to me, she's like, "Yeah, I had my roof done while you were on vacation, and I made sure they did not touch your lawn."
So
And
to
I've never yelled at this family about my lawn, but they just have this thing about my lawn. But because it's getting, these 90-degree days, I have no trees in my front lawn. So the sun just hits it like, I don't know, 15 hours a day, 14 hours a day. And I'm getting these brown spots and I'm out there watering it. And I'm just thinking about how now I have to rebuild my lawn in September and October. And it just pisses me off.
now, do you have underground water or do you
I
live in a
don't. I don't, and that's probably the only way I. The problem is that I can't leave my hose out there to water the lawn when the guys are coming to mow it, right? Because I don't
right?
trust the professionals to not run over my freaking hose.
Oh, they
And
will.
right, right. So I have to. So I'll like, oh, they come on Tuesday, so I take the hose up, so I don't water the yard on Tuesday. But then guess what? They don't come on Tuesday. So I'm like, shit, they're gonna come on Wednesday, so I can't water one. Now it's 2 days out of the 7 days I don't get the water, and then I'm trying to love the earth. You're only supposed to water the lawn before 8 a.m. or after 6 p.m., right? So that really limits when you can water because I don't know. What if I'm doing shit in the morning and I can't water it before 8? Well, now I got to wait till 6 o'clock at night. And what if so anyway, I have brown spots and it is really bumming me out. I was just wondering, Obi, how you felt. Oh, by the other thing I do, I not only have a company that sprays my weeds but I also supplement that because those guys don't come that often. So I got my own weed killer. I'm out spraying the freaking weeds. I mean, oh my God, do I get pissed when I see some crabgrass?
So let me just say that the woman who lives, if you're facing my house to the right hand side, who has the uh, impeccable lawn, I have never once seen this woman touch her lawn. It is all maintained professionally and with a sprinkler system. The guy to my left, who has the lawn that's probably worse than mine, he's doing his lawn himself.
Yeah, I think you need a sprinkler system. I think that's the key. My other problem is clearly my yard borders my neighbor's driveway. And my neighbor's driveway is not a large driveway. It's narrow. It's like a single shooter, like one, like you can't like double park, like it's one car. So I have to be very careful when I walk because I'm a nice guy, contrary to popular opinion. That when I water my lawn, I got to make sure that my sprinkler doesn't spray their cars down because they wash their cars, right? So you get water spots, they'd be all pissed. So that inevitably keeps my water from going to the edge of my lawn. So that's where my brown spots are, like all along the edge, because I can't water appropriately because I'm afraid.
So let
And
me
I
get
could
this.
water.
Wait. I would like to know everyone here. I hope everyone is picturing this, right? We have beautiful cars, perfectly clean on one driveway, and these neighbors are making sure never to roll up on Ed's lawn. And Ed has this perfect lawn and is always making sure not to water the neighbors' cars. Like that is community living right there. That is everything that's right with the world. Are you? never get water on their car, and they never put a tire on their lawn.
Isn't that a beautiful thing? But yet, this is the same guy who asked me to shut my Christmas lights off early because it shines into his bedroom light. So I should probably get his cars wet. I probably shouldn't give it.
No, no. Listen, I am telling you right now, if you escalate to getting his cars wet, and he's a car washer like that, he is going to run up on your lawn. Oh, for
I know. That's
sure.
why. I know. That's why. If you see a dude out in his driveway washing his car, because nobody really does that anymore. So if
No,
you see a dude out in his driveway washing his car, you know you can't be spraying it with a sprinkler.
no, you can't. Especially if you're the dude who's out there extra with guys coming 6 times a year, and then is like, and let me just go ahead and do my own additional maintenance. So you two have like similar defects, just different objects of that same defect. So you can't get his car wet because he's gonna roll up on that lawn the minute you do. The minute you get his car wet.
Yep. So that's my long discussion. So I wanted to know, how if you were into the lawn or not. So you could care less if you have brown spots.
Could listen, and it's because funny for me, it starts with I didn't get the sprinkler system. Had I gotten the sprinkler system, the whole thing would have been different. I would have gotten the guys who do the lawn well, and I know that because it's the same. The person who's across from me has a pretty nice lawn, and they have the same lawn care people. I would have gotten them, and have gotten the sprinklers, but instead I went with the I don't give a crap position. Just mow it enough that you can't see the dandelions and whatever's going on there. I mean, I told you I have the worst guys, and like you said, they'll roll over your sprinkler or your hose. I had a tree growing and I had it, caged off so they wouldn't take it out. And that tree was now 5 feet tall. Like it was up to my chest. And I said, okay, before the winter starts, let me take the cage off and it'll be nice and big next year. Nope, they ran right over that fucking thing.
So it wasn't the tree that was keeping them, it was the cage.
It was definitely the cage. I was so pissed. So pissed. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Just like, where's my tree? It was a beautiful tree. Oh, would have led to more brown spots on my lawn, but I didn't care. Yeah. But that's how, yeah, that's how I'm with my lawn. But so Ed, we speaking of cars, going to go back to the whole car thing. We are down a car probably permanently. My son got in his fourth accident since getting
oh,
his driver's license. Now, I'm going to say that this one totally wasn't his fault. The insurance company for the other driver here in New Jersey did take full responsibility, and they are paying both medical and the claims on the car. But yes, he got into his fourth accident, and they are totaling his car. Unbelievable, Ed. Four accidents.
4 accidents in less than 4 years, right?
3 years. 3 years. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you better you put them in bubble wrap before you let them go out of the house now?
Well, I was already whenever he called and he was out with the car, I was scared to death. And yeah, well, I won't have to anymore because he's not driving. He's going to school. He'll be on campus, and it'll be his problem.
And obviously he doesn't take his car to school because he doesn't have a car now.
Right. And he was going to. Like we were gonna pony up because his job, he's close enough to home that he's keeping his job. So
So
yeah.
so how's he going to keep his job now without having the car? Does that mean you get to go pick him up?
So either I will pick him up or his grandparents or his aunt who works at the college will he's gonna have to figure this out. But yeah, or his
So it,
girlfriend who
it
has a car.
it actually sounds like you're going to have to figure it out. So why wouldn't
Uh,
you just get him another car? So the easiest way to figure it out is to throw a car at your kid. That's where I've gone with this one. Like, when I was growing up, my parents made it difficult on me. They're like, "Oh, well, we're not buying you a car, and if our car is available, you can use it," which meant it was never available. And I've decided to go the other route because that's too much of a pain in the ass on mine. And so my older kid has a car, which is in my name, and then my younger kid, who's turning 16 in December, we're negotiating a deal right now with her grandfather so that we can get her a car as well, so that again, I don't have to deal with it as long as they don't crash.
yeah, see, no. We got the car. We had the car. Uh it was his and now it's gone. So no.
You're a one and done type of guy. We'll take care of it for you once. You crashed it. Now it's your problem.
Yeah. And yes, even though it's going to be on me, but we'll see. We'll see how bad it gets, Ed. This will be you should bring this up, ask me how that's going because it could turn away and I'd be like, oh, fuck it. We bought him a car.
I mean, I'll be on one side of the equation here. Kids need to learn responsibility. They need to
Right.
grow up and they need to be adults, right? That's the one side of the equation, right? But then there's the other side of the equation. We're old. We had our kids older than the baby boomers did. We're ready to get on with our lives. This whole teaching responsibility to our kids, it's not our, I don't think it's our job anymore. I think we had them through 10. I think after 10, I think you just got to take it easy. And I mean, I'm going into the selfish years of my life right now. So it's not on me to teach my kids responsibility anymore. I think that's kind of how the Gen Xers are going about.
So, Ed, what I'm really hoping for, let me put this out into the world, is my parents, they like to have a new car because as they are past just old, they are older. And newer cars, even every 3 to 5 years, make huge safety improvements. So what I'm hoping for, put it out there, that my parents decide that it's time for a new car, and that they're gonna give this car to whoever asks first. And so they've done this once before. And the last time they came to me and said, hey, you know, blah, 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 we're getting rid of the car. And I said, go ask my brother first. He was in more need than I was, and he turned it down. If I get wind that they're doing this again, I'm jumping in front. I gave him first dibs last time. I got the car, but he got dibs.
Yeah.
I'm calling dibs.
So are you using this podcast as a way to put the request out there to your
I
parents? Like,
I don't know
are
if
you
they
like are you jumping the line in front of your brother by using this podcast right now, Obi?
I don't know if they listen to the podcast, Ed. They like it when put it on Facebook. They like the comment. I don't know that they've listened to the podcast. So no, I'm not intentionally doing that. But hey, mom, dad, if you're listening, help your grandson out. Because
But
I'm
Obi,
not. I'm not.
but Obi, I think we know one thing. We know that your brother listens to the podcast, so he's probably going to run and bitch to your parents.
Oh
So they're
no.
going to find out.
Josh, listen, I'm calling dibs. There it is.
Yeah, see, and so
So,
he's gonna go bitch to your
no,
parents,
he's not. He's not gonna
like
he's not
all
gonna
younger
bitch to my
brothers
parents.
would.
No, he's
Sure you
not.
will.
No,
All
no,
younger brothers are a bunch of crybabies. They'll go cry to their parents. You'll find it. You're like sending a message without sending a message.
I am sending a message without sending a message. You're right. I am telling him that I don't think I'm telling my parents, but yeah, I'm putting it out there. And no, he's not going to whine and bitch to my parents. That's not who he is. He may decide that he's going to make me bet the car against him in the game of disc golf, which would be like totally unfair because I can't beat him on my
Oh,
bet day when he's blindfolded.
and totally manly too. I mean,
Right. Well, hey,
I mean, I mean, it's so over the day of the duels with pistols. I mean, that's so
done.
yesterday. Every good disagreement gets settled with disc golf these days. I mean, it's obvious. I see it on TikTok.
You got different TikTok channels than I do, but okay.
That algorithm's crazy, man. I see the disc golf. I don't somehow I saw disc golf on there. I saw this dude. I don't know what diabolical disc golf course he was playing, but the hole was like 20 feet above him on the side of like almost a cliff, right?
Right,
Almost a
right.
cliff. It was up there. He was at the bottom of the cliff, so he's 20 feet away, and he lobs it up there. And I don't even know why we're talking about disc golf on this podcast, but he lobs it up there, and it hits the chains, but it ricochets off the chains, not into the cup. It comes down, but it comes down on his side, and it rolls and it rolls and it rolled 150 yards away from where he was standing. Apparently, that was a bad move.
So, Ed, what you're saying is you're done with regular golf, you're heading to disc golf.
No, I would go to foot golf before I went to disc golf. Have you ever
Well,
seen this foot golf?
I've seen the foot golf. I've seen
So
the
I
foot.
played soccer growing up, and I think that I could go out there, I could kick a soccer ball around a golf course.
Yeah, I don't think that foot golf. Honestly, you're a golfer. I know you are. I don't think you would enjoy foot golf as much as you like disc golf. This is what I say about disc golf. It is all of the frustration in half the time. Now, I know for you there's a problem because I'm sure that means that's half the beer. But in general, all the frustration half the time. You could play 2 rounds, have all the beer. So, but the kicking game, all that beer, you fall down. I know you can handle your beer, but that's a lot of
I don't think that would be the. I think the see. Here's the thing about foot golf. I think there's less frustration. I am quite positive I can kick a ball a lot straighter than I can hit it. I'm actually very positive about it.
yeah. Why would you want to do something? Why would you want to play that sport without the fun? Tell me that's not the fun part.
So,
Because
Obi, as we're going
because
down this
it's
rabbit
when you
hole,
hit the ball great or throw the disc well that you get enjoyment, isn't it?
maybe, but Obi, as we're going down this rabbit hole, I gotta bring something up here. The Ocho, ESPN 8, which was in the movie Dodgeball, right? That's where
Right.
we first heard about ESPN 8. But ESPN has leaned into this during the summer months, and they've been broadcasting. Have you seen this? They've broadcast Dodgeball. They
Yes.
broadcast what's called Omega Ball, which is soccer in a round field with 3 different goals and 3 different teams. They're
Okay.
broadcasting kickball.
Seen the
Have you seen
kickball.
this? Have you seen like
Oh,
professional kickball?
I haven't seen the kickball. I've seen pogo stick jumping on that. That was interesting. Yes, the dodgeball. I mean, it's where they tried cornhole and realized it was going to work, and so now they got professional cornhole all over the place.
Cornhole's like on the regular channel
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. But they tried it on the Ocho, and they're like, all right, let's put it on the regular channel. Absolutely watch the Ocho and some of the craziness that comes out on the Ocho, but not
All right. So
kickball. I
we've
haven't seen
probably
kickball.
talked about this before, but it's been a while. If you were to be on the Ocho, if you were going to be at your age right now, too, not when you were younger, I'm talking about right now, what would you be doing on the Ocho?
You mean besides sword fighting?
Yeah, because that's not on the Ocho.
It's not on the Ocho. It should be on the Ocho. Probably the dodgeball. I think the dodgeball. Do they have pickleball on the Ocho yet? I don't play
Nope.
pickleball,
No,
but
pickleball's on regular TV too. They have Major League Pickleball. Like that's a real thing. Like you can watch pickleball tournaments.
I heard somebody say if you're bragging about being good at pickleball, you're too young to play pickleball. But I
That's actually,
digress.
I think that's a great point. So you would be a dodgeball player on the Ocho.
I think I do the dodgeball. Probably I'm taking one in the face and really regret it. But yeah, I think I do the dodgeball.
I think I would do the dodgeball too, and I'll tell you why. I saw the kickball, and there's apparently no rules on how hard you can pitch the kickball. And these guys not only pitch it very fast, they roll it very fast, but they roll it with the wicked spin on it. And I'm pretty sure I'd break an ankle trying to, run up and kick the ball and it would be moving. And I don't know. I just think that would be bad. So I would probably do the dodgeball. I don't think I would do well at the dodgeball because these guys I saw were throwing the ball like 80 miles an hour and other people were like jumping and splitting in the air, and I can't do that either. But okay, we're both dodgeball.
Yeah, yeah. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, my friend.
That is true. All right. So as we're going through some pop culture things here, did you see the Happy Gilmore 2 movie?
I tried. I tried.
Oh, we're gonna get a bad review here. You did not like it.
I think, well, maybe if I tried even harder. I tried for like 5 minutes. And I was just like, oh, the wife died. I was like, eh.
You you quit after that. I mean, I thought I when I saw that, I was like, whoa, this is gonna be good.
Oh,
It
I
must
couldn't.
have.
No, I was just like, no, 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 no. I just
All right. So Obi,
because
since you only watched 5 minutes,
I
this will be a short review. Here's what I'll tell you. I think you should go back and try it. It's not as good as the first one. The first one's obviously classic, but it's good. It's not his worst film. I'll tell you that, and it's not. It's probably in the middle of the pack. I think it's worth watching. Happy Gilmore.
so
Definitely
what
think.
so what I heard about it, and I didn't give it enough time to try, is that it is definitely his best Netflix work. Like he was trying, and there was an attempt, and yes, there's a lot of cameos, but they're funny and worthwhile, and things like that. So.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a good movie, and it was worth the while. Clearly, you couldn't put more than 5 minutes into it. All right, so now we're going into the movies here. Now, here's something I. This is something I'm really haven't seen it yet, and I bet you haven't. It just came out, but I'm really on the fence about this one. The new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. Obi, I'm hearing it's getting great reviews, and it's the funniest movie in a long time. I just don't see how it can be. How can Liam Neeson pull off the Naked Gun?
Oh, I think Liam Neeson is a fantastic choice for Frank Drebin. I do, because I think the whole point of Frank Drebin is he's playing it straight around all the chaos going on. So even when he says nice beaver, like he's just saying nice beaver. So I think Liam Neeson is a great choice for the role. Um, I intend to see that once it's on streaming. I'm not going to go to the movie theater to see it, but I am interested. I am now, since we're talking about, you know, really funny movies of all time. What about Spaceballs 2? How you feel about that coming out?
So when is that coming out? Is it
Hopefully,
coming out? I
oh,
haven't heard of it.
oh no, no, it's in production now, and hopefully it will happen before he dies, since he's like 99 years old.
Well, I mean, Mel Brooks is one of the greatest comedic talents of our lifetime. So
Yeah.
of course it would have to be great. So so about all these remakes and these reboots and Happy Gilmore 2 is a remake from 1990, not a remake, but it's a sequel to a 1990 movie. So think about this for a second. It'll be like to us that movie just came out yesterday, right? But if you talk to a millennial, right? And I was out with a couple of millennials like 2 weekends ago or a weekend ago, and I was talking about Happy Gilmore 2. They never saw Happy Gilmore. They were too young. They were born 5 years before that movie came out. They never saw it. Talking about then you talk about Naked Gun. Like I don't know how I feel about Naked Gun. They never saw Naked Gun one, two and a half, or three and a third. They never saw the movie Airplane. They never like so I don't know how if you are a millennial, you don't see the classics. Like what's going on there, Obi? Like how do you just miss them? How do you not see them?
So, the you mentioned Airplane, Happy Gilmore, and Naked Gun. So here, there is no. I don't know if my kids have seen the Airplane, but it's just old enough that I can see how they missed it. I mean, listen, they grew up in a time and a place where that movie makes no sense because listen, TSA, all right? I mean, it's a whole different world for them. So that movie's probably just far enough away. The next one you mentioned was Naked Gun. Dude, the problem with Naked Gun, there's this guy in the Naked Gun movies. You might remember his name was O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, so
So it makes it a little distasteful for probably enough
wait,
people
hold
think it's distasteful that they don't show it to their kids. I mean, I don't know why you didn't show it to yours, but it,
millennials don't even know who O.J. Simpson was. That was all 96, 90. That was 94.
he died in their life. He got out of jail, died in their lifetime, almost released a book in their lifetime. They know who O.J. Simpson is.
So you're telling me, Obi, this is the hill you're going to die on. That millennials don't know Naked Gun because O.J. Simpson was in it and the millennials' parents didn't want to show that movie.
Not even the millennials' parents. I said that, but that's not the places that it would be picked other movies and paid for other movies because of this possible stigma of O.J. Simpson. That is my argument. Where can I watch it now? I mean, like literally, they put the reboot out. Where's the originals right now? Where are they playing?
Well, I don't know. I don't go searching for them, but Obi, they got to be somewhere. First of all, when these wait. So let's rewind it a little bit though. Naked Gun came out in '89. When these millennials were born and when they were 10 years old, those movies were on DVD and people had DVD players in 2010. You could have rented it. You could have had it mailed to your house from Netflix. Their parents, maybe you're right about the O.J. Simpson thing, but their parents could have shown them Naked Gun. Could have shown Airplane would have been on DVD. You could have got Airplane, well, VHS maybe. You know, I mean, how do you not see these classics?
All right, for the record, Naked Gun's on Hulu,
All
but
right.
not everybody thinks they're classics, Ed.
By the way, Naked Gun has been on network television plenty of times.
And were these millennials your children's?
No, my
Okay.
children are not millennials. My children are Gen Alpha or whatever the hell that is.
Okay.
Gen Z.
So I mean, and I think it was of those movies, the bigger. By the way, I will say say the biggest one to have missed is Naked Gun. By the way, I missed Happy Gilmore. Like I saw most of Adam Sandler's movies, but I missed Happy Gilmore. I don't know where, when, why I missed it, but I missed Happy Gilmore.
You never saw it.
Oh,
You're
I've
telling
seen.
me.
I,
Oh, but
I saw it when I heard there was a Happy Gilmore 2 coming out. Like I just never went back and watched it.
really?
Like, yeah.
You
And I
know,
know all about, what it's about. I know Happy Gilmore. I know the other dude who's in it and how his entire career is like, but I never went back and watched it. No.
that's funny because it was his second. It's like what isn't it? It's like second or third movie. I mean, Billy Madison was in '95, and then you had Happy Gilmore in '96.
Yeah. Yeah. I did not catch Gilmore. I mean, I caught
I
Big
mean,
Daddy.
the reason you probably missed Happy Gilmore is you were in court with the fraternity house trying to stay out of jail, probably.
Probably. When was it?
'96.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was too busy trying not to go to jail to watch Happy Gilmore, and I was watching movies about what happens when you go to jail. No, I mean,
You're all about that Get Hard movie with Kevin Hart and Will
right,
Ferrell,
right, right. That's
but you missed Happy Gilmore.
right. That's what was happening. Right.
That definitely would have sucked if you
Yeah, no, but that's why I was watching Naked Gun because I had to learn to defend myself and how to convince police officers that we go on.
yeah.
But did the millennials see Spaceballs?
I didn't even get to that because I didn't know Spaceballs 2 was coming out, so I didn't even bring that one. The
Okay.
real only reason I brought Airplane up is because Airplane was written by the same people that wrote Naked Gun. Like it's all that
Right.
slap parody
Yeah.
type stuff. So that's why we're on that conversation, but I never brought up. I didn't know Spaceballs was coming up, but Spaceballs is also a parody. It's of the same ilk.
Right, right. Spaceballs was definitely a parody of the whole Star Wars genre. Yes. Yeah. And of course he wasn't allowed to use Han Solo's look, so instead he used um the other character played by Harrison Ford. Oh my God, Indiana Jones's look.
Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I will look forward to that movie coming out. So I do think, unlike you, I'm going to try to get to the movie theater to see Naked Gun because I've heard it's good. It's not a complete reboot. It's Frank Drebin Jr. So this is Frank Drebin's son.
Right. Right.
Okay, so the last thing on this one, because this is we're going to go deeper into the pop culture here.
Oh shit.
Pamela Anderson is in the movie.
Okay.
Did you know that? Did you know
No,
Pamela Anderson is the leading lady in the movie?
I did not know that. I know that now.
And she is now dating Liam Neeson. They fell in love on the set and they come out publicly. They had a hard launch, as the young kids say today, and they are dating.
Really?
Yeah, really.
See, that's not the kind of thing I would ever know.
Well, I don't think most people who listen to this podcast would know it until I told them. And by the way, the only reason I know it is I was listening to a rock station the other day, and the DJ they just got done playing Motley Crue and said, "Hey, what do you think about Liam Neeson following Tommy Lee?" And then
Listen.
the guy says, and then the guy goes, "I'm still picturing Tommy Lee driving his boat."
Ah, she doesn't look anything the same.
She's going
I
all nat- she's going all natural.
I wouldn't recognize. I'm looking on the interweb. I don't recognize her at all.
Yeah,
At all.
she doesn't wear makeup anymore. Isn't like she may have had her breast implants removed.
I remember when she had her implants removed. I
Yeah,
think that was
I think she's going all natural. Yeah, she does not look like Pamela Anderson. That's for sure.
no. I mean, I
Well,
think I think the implants were removed by the time she was in Borat.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, but now she's dating Liam Neeson.
Okay. Good on them. That's a couple.
All
I
right,
mean,
I got one
she's
other pop
60 years
culture.
old almost, so
I got one other pop culture reference for you.
okay. Keep
All
keep
right,
making me look old. I'm loving it.
no, so they're announcing they have this new movie trailer out there called it's about a guy. Apparently, he's a secret agent going on a family vacation, and bad stuff happens while he's on family vacation. So there's the whole trailer is him blowing up this county fair or whatever. These bad guys are coming after him. And the name of the movie is Nobody 2.
Yes.
Nobody 2.
Yes.
Obi, when was the first Nobody out? Because I never even knew there was a Nobody. I saw this trailer, Nobody 2. I'm like, that's great, because I didn't even know there was a Nobody.
I saw the original Nobody.
Did you really?
I did. I did.
Between the two of us, we're putting together a full movie show today.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, uh, there is a clip from Nobody that is consistently on my TikTok. So you know who plays Nobody?
The guy in Nobody 2.
Saul. Better Call Saul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that guy. Okay, yeah.
And there's a clip, maybe you've seen it, he's like talking to like a biker guy trying to get some information from him. And then the guy sees his tattoo and he says like, "Oh, thank you for your service," and gets up. All right.
I haven't seen it.
It's Nobody is one of those movies where it's like the basic.
Nobody saw it. I think nobody saw it.
It was a John Wick imitation, like a guy who was retired, forced out of retirement. In this case, he has a family. So it was one of the many John Wick inspired movies.
Well, you're gonna see the
Obviously,
trailer.
people saw it because I know Nobody Two like is coming out because they made a sequel.
Yeah, enough people must have seen it. So
Yeah,
that's what I got for pop culture forever.
I must have seen it while I was watching Better Call Saul, which I
Could be.
watched after it was over. I went deep into I was like, let me see this. I never watched the other one, by the way, but I watched Better Call Saul.
All right, Obi, oh, you mean Breaking Bad? I never saw that either. But here we go. Obi, last thing for you, and then I'm out of stuff.
Oh, you keep
I'm
saying
going away
that.
next week. I'm going away next week on vacation. I'm going to a beach vacation. And there's the whole beach etiquette thing, right? And there's the whole thing about going to the beach. And if you get to the beach, there's people on the beach, where do you sit? Where do you put your stuff? How close do you get to people? And how close do people have to be to the water before they're too far away that you can sit in front of them, right? Like if somebody sits 50 yards away from the water, you could sit in front of them, right? Not right in front of them, but you can sit in between them and the water, right? But at some level, there's a distance that if you sit in front of them, that's like a faux pas, right? You can't. You're like ruining their view, right? So you always got to figure that out. And today on TikTok, I saw how one woman dealt with it. I'm not sure if this was the Jersey Shore, but something tells me it was. Woman was sitting there. This couple comes up and sits down in front of her. Now, they sit down in front of her about 10 yards in front of her, but it was between her and the ocean. So now her view of the ocean has these people in front of her. So what does she do? She gets up, and somebody videotaped her doing this, by the way, but she gets up with a handful of crackers or some shit like that and walks up right behind them. As she gets right behind the people that are sat there, she sprinkles the crackers all on the ground, walks around them into the water, and you just see the birds attack. And those people move.
That is horrible and brilliant.
That's why I'm telling this story, because it's brilliant.
It is absolutely brilliant.
It's diabolical. It's diabolical, but it's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. And it's obviously a pre-planned move. She has the crackers for this purpose.
Well, she probably has the purpose for eating them, but once these people make fun of her, she quickly pivoted.
She had bird crackers. That woman has bird crackers. She knows if someone sits in front of them, they're getting the bird crackers. And she has other food she eats for herself. But when people come in front of her, they get the bird crackers.
I'm going to have retaliatory bread crackers. So if I go and all of a sudden a whole bunch of birds show up, I know somebody did it to me, so I'm just going to stand up and I'm just going to chuck the crackers into the air at everybody behind me.
You think just everybody?
Yeah, nah, maybe I won't do that.
That won't work as well.
I'm going to think twice, though, before I sit in front of somebody. Let me tell you.
I mean, I think that's a good idea, or else your time at the beach might suck. The charm is we suck. I'm Obi. That's it. Catch us next time on Drinking from the Garden Hose.